I'm Square Earth, and yeah, I'm back again. But this time, I'm not talking about speedruns. No, I'm talking about seeds. In fact, some of the most broken seeds in all of Minecraft. And so out of all these seeds across the overworld, nether and the end, what's the weirdest and most broken things that players have found? So first up, if you have a girlfriend, this seed is definitely one to play with her. Take a look at this cool way the sand formed a perfect heart. And I know it's kind of tame, but don't worry guys, things will get much crazier in a bit. And look, if you're more of a single player type of person, then don't worry, as how about a nice playthrough on this floating villager island? Yep, this village literally spawned in the middle of an ocean. You'd probably think it's pretty safe from mobs, right? Well, no. Because it's the only land, this place is infested with mobs at night. And if that wasn't weird enough, it also has a shipwreck stuck inside of this farm. Oh, and by the way, talking of boats, have a look at this unwrecked shipwreck. Yeah, that's right, this is supposed to be a shipwreck, but as you can see, it generated above the water level, making it just a normal boat. All the loot spawned at least, I mean, how nice, I guess. Boats and villages are cool, but what about other structures? How about some thick mansions? Yeah, we got those. Take a look at this beast. It spawned on the side of a cliff, causing the base of the mansion to be extra thick. And if you thought that was bad, take a look at this one on an amplified seed. Same as before, this mansion spawned on the side of a cliff and it caused some pretty crazy generation. I mean seriously, just look at the size of this thing. How much cobble do you think is in this? Leave a guess in the comments. And back to a more calm example of weird generation, take a look at this desert village and pyramid that spawned right next to each other. I mean, it almost looks normal until you walk in and see... Yeah, this poor guy can't even move. He was definitely not supposed to spawn there. Which leads nicely onto my next topic, spawners. This seed has a room with not one, not two, but 3 spawners in it. And on top of that, 2 of them are floating. This generation was definitely not supposed to happen, but look, it is nothing compared to this one. Take a look at this. Yeah, that's right, these are pig spawners. And not just one, but 4 of them, all in one tiny mineshaft. I think it's safe to say this is definitely broken. I mean, what even happened here? Pig spawners aren't even supposed to spawn in the game. See, we're now starting to break the laws of Minecraft, and it will only get crazier from here. You know another law of Minecraft? Water. It moves, right? I mean, we all know this. Well, according to this seed, it doesn't. This river just abruptly cuts off, and the water never drops down. And to make it even more strange, right underneath is a stronghold. But just wait until we get inside, because these next strongholds are pretty broken. And by broken, I mean literally should not be possible. Like this end portal that activated with only 8 eyes. And yes, this portal actually works. The reason this happened was because one half of the portal spawned in one chunk with all the eyes on that same side, basically tricking the game into thinking it was a full portal and activating it. And it gets worse, because on another seed, there's a 5-eye portal that also works. And to top it off, we also have the smallest possible end portal in Minecraft, the 1-block end portal, made of only 2 eyes. Yeah, this tiny corner of the end portal spawned in its own chunk, again tricking the game into thinking it was a full one, and it made it activate. And yeah, all these portals work. But this is just the odd, random, singular thing that is generating weirdly. Let's take a look at a whole seed. This seed has so many of these examples that it has surely got to be one of the most broken seeds in all of Minecraft. Now you might already know this seed as one that has a really tall village house in it. You've probably seen it in other YouTube videos.
Extended the foundation until it hit the ground, which just so happened to be 146 blocks later.
But did you know this seed is even more broken in the newer versions of Minecraft? In 1.16, the village is gone, but you still have all this weird wacky terrain generation, and in its place we now have a lonely pillager tower and a desert pyramid that has formed half inside the cliff face. But we're only just getting started with this seed. If you fly a little further out, you'll find this broken village that has spawned across 3 levels on a small ravine, and some ice caps that generated right next to a desert, like the 2 extremes of temperature just laying next to each other. But there's a bunch of other weird things in this seed, from a weird hole in the sand to various big holes and dents in the ground that look like they just shouldn't be there, all the way to not 1, but 2 broken villages. So take a look at this village with a half floating house right over a ravine, and then its bigger brother with a fully floating house. I mean seriously, this house is not connected to any block. There is no way that it should have spawned, it's just completely floating. And talking of floating, have a look at this block of sand that's just chilling in the air. Again, this is sand, it should not be possible to sit like this. And if you thought that was bad, only 100 blocks away is a whole bunch of sand floating. This means that not just one block glitched, but 9 blocks all in one place. Now, that's just one seed, but there are more broken seeds like that. Like this one, for example. It looks pretty normal, right? Well, that's until you go underground. See, everything is repeating. The entire underground of this seed is broken. Hundreds of millions of blocks are glitched, all the way to the world border. Everywhere you look, all you can find is repeating patterns. And it's not just the caves, but all the ores are repeating and replicating in the same patterns and in the same places, as well as all the underground structures like this mine shaft. Now, this is pretty broken, but what if I told you this isn't the only glitched map? In fact, there are actually billions of these types of broken maps. One of the worst of these would probably be one that IBX Toycat made a video showing and discussing. Here's some footage from that video. Oh, and the link is in the description. You should go and check it out if you want to see more. It's actually a great video. This map is especially bad because not only does it have a broken underground, but it also has a broken overworld and a broken end as well. I mean, basically the entire Minecraft seed is completely glitched. I mean, it is by far probably the most broken seed in Minecraft. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit different to my normal ones, but I'm just trying something out.